Hey guys, my video today, I'm showing you how I have built this Jeep into a crawler. Just give you a little bit of a look around at it. We're going to start with all the body parts. I put a bumper on it with the ring over the top. I wish there were some more options for the bumper, but I picked the one that I guess was my favorite, and same for the rear. Bike that had some clevises on the front and rear would be cool for towing, but then I put a cage on it. They didn't have a whole lot of choices for fender wells, so I went ahead and went with the cutouts. That way I guess it could look like it could fit a bigger tire. Put a little step on it. Took me a minute to kind of figure out exactly what I wanted to do. I'm doing commentary over these, that way this is just for future reference. I don't take forever and stumble over my words trying to set up the ride. And then I go through and re-edit everything. I put one stack on it. I wish you could make a choice of either side, but it doesn't let you do that. I put the screen on the windshield. I put the trim on it, the stainless trim. I put a winch on it, LED light bar for the front, changed everything over to white that I could, put the repair kit on it, put the jack on it, and I think that was all for the body stuff. I believe I went to wheels and tires next. Yep. Went with chrome wheels with green beadlocks. I think this is kind of the best look, and either the spokes or the bullet holes I think look the best on this for what I was trying to make, which is kind of a true rock crawler setup. Changing them over to green. Couldn't make up my mind if I was actually going to change the color of the Jeep altogether there for a minute, but I thought we'll just go with the green because the green does look good. Took me a minute to get the color adjustments right. I think I got them pretty close. We moved on to the tires. I picked the tire that, if I remember correctly, is the most tacky you can get for traction on rocks. Next thing I did is went in and tuned it, because it was while I was in the body part of it. Or I take that back, while I was in the tuning part of it. Then I went ahead and installed the solid axle pros, maxed them out, and heavy dutied them. Yep, you can see there where I maxed out both axles. Now it was time to fix the axle width and start lifting it. I always set the travel as high as I can get it. There you see I didn't. I was trying to get it leveled out, but I adjusted that later and went ahead and maxed them out. Axle width, I believe I did on the front and rear, were both a 0.5. I dampened up to 4 grand, or right at 4 grand on both axles. Shocks I set to 2, shock size I set to 2 on both. You're going to see me do that. The stiffness, I sat down I think between 10 and 15,000 on both, and I've actually learned that the stiffness settings I have, I did it to level it out and shorten it up a little. That's why I maxed the travel all the way out. It is just a little bit too soft. I'm going to stiffen those back up later on. I found that out when I took it for a trial run, which you'll be able to see here in a minute. And here I'm just finishing adjusting the suspension. I changed the brake type on the axles. Whether that's going to do me good or not, I don't know, but I just changed them because I wanted to. I did do a flex test on it to kind of give you guys an idea of what we did. Before I did that, I did the wheel width. I widened them out and definitely made them a lot taller. That way it crawls a little better over the rocks and can get in the crevices and not get hung up. There we go. Rim size, I smallened up the rims just a little bit, down to I believe a 0.8 on each. Yep, that's what I did. I think it turned out, looking, as far as looks go, it looks real good. I wasn't sure how well it was going to perform, so I did the test of the flexing, and as you can see, the thing flexes out completely, if not through the fenders, when it flexes. So I got all the flex in the world, which I really want to stiffen that up just a tad, and you'll see why whenever I pull up the video of me actually running across Crawler Comp, which is one of my favorite maps for crawling. I put a glossy paint job on it, did it up in green just the way it came, tinted the windows out. Didn't really look too hard into the decals. I might do something like that with it later. There's not a whole lot of room to do any kind of decal work with it, because you can't put stickers on the window or anything, so I just kind of left that alone for now. I did max out the motor, turned it into a diesel, maxed the grip, maxed the weight, maxed the durability, and I turboed it, and maxed the turbo as well. Gearing, I just geared the thing. I kind of threw it together, but I did gear everything down. First gear, second gear is way low. Third and fourth are between 2 and 3, and I believe I left fifth down in the 0.0 something. I don't think it'll ever get to going that fast unless I'm just messing around. But or 1.3, I guess, is what my fifth gear was. Took it into maps, went down to Crawler Comp, and went over and took on the wall where you go up, you go straight ahead and make a left. Yeah, as you can see, it took off pretty hard there, and that's why I need to mess with the stiffness a little bit. Doesn't need to rock quite that much. With that short wheelbase, though, it did help me over the pipes. As you'll see here, when you go over the pipes, it did. I didn't really even have to get the truck or get the Jeep crossways to get it over the stuff. It pretty well did exactly what it needed to. So I think I got the tire size just about right. You can see here it pretty well doesn't have any problems at all crawling over anything. I did run into that rock there. It took me a minute to kind of negotiate my way around it, especially with me trying to give you the front end view of it so you can see how the axle's working. I tried going up this side over here and was having a little trouble with it, so I skipped on through and crawled up the other side of the wall instead of the gray rock side. I crawled up the green rock side. So I kind of crawled over to the side here, and it actually, usually I have trouble with everything else trying to go up the right side. I go up the left and get up on the big rock there to the left of the Jeep to get on top, but it looked like it didn't have a ton of trouble climbing up this. I just held the gas on, and eventually it grabbed and would jerk, and it would grab and it'd jerk a little more, and it did crawl up the top. I mean, the thing's almost vertical trying to climb up that, and it was able to do it. Yeah, almost. Just had to fight with it a little bit. I mean, it's not going to do anything with ease, but there it goes. It finally made it. And then I just had to square up and get on those logs there, and it climbed right up on it. I just had to get squared up with it. There we go. And that was the end of that. And you guys can kind of get a little bit of a look around it. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and have a good day, guys. If you like this, make sure you click that notification bell too.